This might not come out as smooth as usual, but here we go. This episode is brought to you by Telosico. Do you wish you could tell an annoying coworker to fuck off, or tell that certain family member to shut the fuck up without facing any other consequences? Like this past Thanksgiving, maybe? Well, Telosico is just right for you. This extract from the I don't give a fuck about plant is completely organic and environmentally safe. The one what the fuck? One spray of this and you'll be enjoying the sweet nothings coming out of people's mouths that annoy you the most. Hey Rob, I don't think you should spray. Hey Rob, maybe you can spray. Act now and get this 1 ounce bottle for only $59.99. That's right. Just go to telosico.com, enter code Puras Pendejadas to save absolutely nothing at all. That's code Puras Pendejadas and watch the magic work. You can thank me later. Oh, goodness. This episode is also brought to you by COVID. That's right, COVID. That unwanted guest came to pay us a visit, and boy, do I feel like shit. So I think we're on day, what is this? Full on. I'll say I'm on day 2. My wife is probably on day 3, maybe even 4. I don't know. But that's what we're going through right now. Luckily, my kids are not, sick at all. They're not showing anything, which is how I think this shit happens, right? Kids have like this superpower, this like purity superpower or something. And so yeah, I mean, as shitty as I feel, I would much rather be going through this than them, really, to be honest. Um, and we are very lucky enough to have family that has been there for us too. So thank you guys for that. Um, I actually do have a topic I want to talk about. That way I could at least, distract myself from the shitty feeling for a bit. So my kids are on remote learning. I think that's what you call it. So they have their laptops and everything at home. Sorry if I sound disgusting, but you're just gonna have to bear with me. Oh, and I have a mask too, so I don't know if that's gonna sound clear either. Fuck it. Um, so they're remote learning, and I think it helped that they were already experienced on the matter. But I really don't think they prefer it. The good thing is that it's not gonna be the whole school year. It's just a few weeks. And but yeah. Anyways, it's them going through this sparked up a topic for me. My daughter was saying that she doesn't like asking questions, and I was like, what kid does, So that sparked the idea in my head, like asking questions, man. So I was telling her that I didn't figure out the whole asking questions is okay till like my junior senior year in high school. I just thought it was something the teachers would say, just that way nobody felt stupid. But no, yeah, especially becoming an adult, it's like it doesn't get any, better. Is what I was telling her. So you just have to, ask questions. If you don't, it's okay. First of all, it's okay not knowing. You just have to get that into your head. You can't know it all, except, you know, that special you. You know who you are. You know it all. You shouldn't be listening to this because I will frustrate you. But you do not know it all. And it's okay to ask questions. And I see kids struggle with this, but I even see grown-ups dealing with this. But at that point, I guess that's where they came up with the whole you can't teach, what is it? Old dogs new tricks? I think you could, but I think it's the willingness of the dog. So you can always learn something new. It's just you got to be willing and open to failure because you're going to fuck up. And that's what I was telling my daughter. So as life has gone on for me, I know I've learned a lot, and I have learned, again, I'm not perfect at all, but I've learned that asking questions, saves a bunch. Asking questions saves a bunch of time and a bunch of headaches. What I was telling her was, you want to you want to find the groove with asking questions right now while you're still in school. And one of the things she was telling me was, well, at first, you know, she would ask questions, but then she ran into this teacher that was basically telling them to shut up, or like, yeah, 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 go figure it out and I'll get to you when I get to you. Now, I told her, of course, nobody's going to be, willing, you know, to, to, to give you that coaching, even though that's their job to do it. But I told her that, that shouldn't discourage you from asking questions, because not every teacher is the same. And also, it's our, it's, or again, I'm not out giving parental advice. I'm just giving you my opinion, which might be worth shit, but whatever. Who's speaking? Huh? Can you speak? No. So shush. So what I was telling her was, maybe you should try it out. Then if you feel like you've actually given a good effort, then come to us. Come to me or come to mom and tell us, you know what? I've been asking, questions, and I just feel like the teacher has been pushing me to the side or ignoring me or whatever the case may be, not getting the result that you're aiming to get. And I told her, and at that point, maybe we can, reach out to the teacher and be like, hey, bitch, not just playing, but just say, hey, you know what, you know, you know, she's saying this over here that she's reaching out to, asking questions, like, what's going on. And I commend these teachers, especially right now at the age of COVID, for going what they're going through and putting up what they're putting up with, because, well, what's been going on. I don't have to repeat all the drama, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't help. But again, it's not the kid's fault either. So at that point, I tell her, like, that's what we're there for, to speak up for you when you speaking up doesn't get the job done. And I started telling her how, and I've been telling her, how, my situations, like, I felt the same way. How when the teacher would say, explain something, and then, they would turn around and say, so does anybody have any questions? And in my head, I'm like, yes, actually, I do. I have this and this and this. But I wouldn't grow the balls to actually speak up, let alone raise my hand. Or is that the other way around? Whatever, you get it. I'm sick. Deal with it. So I told her, but, I would get um, lucky sometimes where where someone would ask the question that I had, and I would just say, oh, thank God. But I told her those were very few, far in between. I told her, I get it. Because even me as a grown up now, there is that. I don't know if it's because, I'm an introvert or whatever the case is, but asking questions has become more easier as time has gone on. But I think what makes it easier is that I've taken it upon myself to do that. You know what I mean? To go ahead and for me, to what's the benefit? Well, it's only going to benefit me. The person might have the answer in their head, but the only way I'm going to get that answer is by speaking up. So I think this is a topic that, like, not only kids but grown-ups go through too, but it's so important for kids to figure that part out, as simple as it may be, because we've said it before at teacher meetings, and they just turn around and look at us and look at her like, well, mija, you know that whenever you have a question, all you have to do is ask. And I'm like, yeah, pero ahorita no estamos en los chingazos, it's right now is, you're supposed to put on that face like, oh, I'm always here for them, and I've told you before, and you know but yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's way easier said than done. And the quicker you can exercise that part of your brain, the better for you. Really, you benefit, nobody else. But what else was I gonna say? Jeez, man, I'm sorry, but man, my throat. Let me tell you the symptoms that I have. So, okay, so like I said, I'm on my second day, right, with full on symptoms. So the symptoms I have are sore throat, sore throat, shit hurts, man. It hurts to talk. It hurts to swallow. Yeah, go. I should have brought in a tea right now, but I just bullied myself into turning on this mic because I was just gonna not do it. But sore throat, headache. My headache is better today, but yesterday, man, I felt like I was hungover, like hungover like crazy. Like I don't know. It's one of those bad ones too, guys. Like bad. So bad hangover headache without the drinking the night before. I think that's the most shittiest part too. Because when I'm hungover, it's like, hey man, you wanted this, suck it up. But remember last night, que bien andaba el niño. To where yesterday I was just like, fuck, you know. So headache, sore throat, and from time to time, tengo el cuerpo cortado. I get the chills like crazy, man. I start shaking like an old man. I start walking around like an old man, bent down. And but I have found that what is it called? Ibuprofen. Ibuprofen helps out a lot, and it holds me out a few a few hours really. I'm already due right now too. I can't wait to end this shit with y'all because I'm due for my next meds. Um, but yeah, it does help me. I've tried Nyquil, and Nyquil, I'm a little bitch when it comes to Nyquil, so it just knocks me out right away. And I will say that this COVID thing, at least the germ, or what is it, the strain, or whatever they call it, whatever we got, man, this shit is no joke, man, because my brother and his family got it, and they showed little to no symptoms, which, man, I was happy for them when they went through it. But, and no, it's not a woe is me. I'm just comparing, the different strains. Um, but with us, it's like, you know, usually when I take NyQuil, when I do get the flu or I am sick, NyQuil is like my last resort because it knocks me the fuck out. I am out for the rest of the day. So I'll take it in the morning. I'll knock out. I'll wake up like late afternoon. I'll take some more NyQuil, knock out. I wake up, and then next thing you know, it's bedtime. And then by the next day, I'm good to go. But I end up feeling like shit, man. And I know you guys can relate to that NyQuil after effect, the drowsiness, the laziness and shit. So I hate that feeling. So that's why I always try to like power through it, unless I really sorry if I'm scratching the mic with my mask, but I'm learning. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Nyquil. Nyquil. So I always wait for that to be my last resort. And yesterday I took it. I took that shit. Let me see. I took it. Let me see. Sunday night I took it, right? And no, evening really. And I was like, fuck it. I'm not down. I took it and I was out for like 2 hours. Woke back up and felt like shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll feel better. No, miento. I didn't take it on Sunday. God damn, I'm a good ass liar, huh? No, so I took it on yesterday morning. Cause let's see, Monday morning was super restless. I did not get any sleep. I couldn't. Tenía el cuerpo cortado. My body was sore. I kept on moving around. I had a headache. Um, and as much as I tried, I couldn't. And the only reason why I couldn't take, well, the only reason I didn't take NyQuil was because I had to wake up early to call my kids' school and to call work. So I was like, nope, if I take this, I am not going to wake up. So I had to suck it up and I just powered through it. Oh, and my wife has gotten it the worst also, before I forget. She has been out. Like, out. Like, imagine all the symptoms I've been telling you. Ad nausea. And like 10 times worse. Luckily, today she is walking around. But the past 2 days have been hell for her, pobrecita. Um, anyway, back to me. So, so I woke up. Well, actually, I kind of didn't really wake up, but whatever. Monday morning came along. I did some phone calls, and I was like, okay, everything's ready, everything's set. I popped the NyQuil. I passed out, and then 2 hours later, I woke up, and I was like, what the fuck? Usually, I'm out for the day, and no. And my wife is out, so she babies me when I get sick, so I have no idea what to take. And so I was like, all right, well, let me see how much I could suck this up for. And, I'm with the kids and stuff while she's in bed, which is no problem at all. If I could do it, I could do it. And then I got to that point where I was like, man, I can't hack this anymore. So I told him, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going to take some more medicine. I might fall asleep. So, I did. 2 hours later, I woke back up and I didn't feel, better at all. Maybe a little bit, maybe like you know, little bit. But the more I fully woke up, the more I was like, oh, fuck, it's still there. And that's where I started thinking, like, man, the strain that we got, man, that shit is some powerful shit, man. Because I've gotten the flu before. And that shit where I had to go, like, to the hospital and shit. And once I take some NyQuil, some meds and stuff, I'm good to go. This shit, not even the NyQuil wanted to fight with this shit. It's like, nope, 2 rounds and I'm out, guy. You gotta go get some other shit because this shit is not working. So, I was able to sleep a little bit more last night. Um, and then this morning, no. Last night also, my wife told me like take some ibuprofen with it. I was like, oh fuck, you can mix this shit. And she's like, yeah. I'm telling you, she babies the shit out of me, us. So I took some, and then boom, probably like half an hour, 45 minutes later, the chills went away, and I started straightening up a little bit, and I did end up feeling a little bit better. I was like, oh shit, and I get borderline like normal, but all the stuff is still there, grogginess and everything, and so that's what I figured. Fucking 2 days in, go figure. So that's what I've been doing. Just I stopped with the Nyquil because that can't be good for your liver. I mean, if it worked, then okay, whatever. But and so I'm just sticking to we're just sticking to ibuprofen and what else? And yeah, so that's like I said, I'm due already because I was reading the label and I'm like, oh shit, you can only take 6 of these shits in 24 hours. I was about to go crazy. So I had some in the morning, so I'm waiting till like a little bit longer. But like I said, as soon as I finish this shit, I'm popping them pills because I could feel it creeping up. That, and I also wanted to do another episode because I figured I'm I'm hurting my throat by not speaking. Because when I do end up speaking, I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. And I'm like, well, I wonder what would happen if I end up speaking. Maybe it'll lubricate all the dry components inside my throat or some shit. Or I could be just full of shit and end up fucking my voice up even more. I guess we'll find out next episode, right? But oh god. And you know what? The breath thing, I didn't really it didn't even cross my mind until my cousin reached out and said, we got this thing for for your breath if you can't breathe or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, that's right. You're supposed to be like losing your breath or some shit. That's the whole ventilator thing, right? But luckily, no. I mean, it may sound like it, but I'm just talking the way I'm talking because my throat really hurts. It's really irritated. And I am the Hawking Loogie master. And this shit, I can't. I can't because this shit fucking hurts, man. As soon as I cough, it feels like I'm just standing next to a fucking gong on both sides of my head, and they just fucking hit that shit hard. So if I try not to if I can. But my body has been, reacting and be like, hey, fucker, we need this shit out. And, I end up coughing. Yum, right? What are you eating? And, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, I figured just make this short. And this is how the solo episodes would go, which I have no problem with. I'll just tell you how my day has gone. Or pick a topic, that you guys can relate to. Maybe vent out a little bit, you know, let some tears drop, and let you know that, there's other people going through the same shit while you're driving alone in the car or some shit. um, or just, root for us or some shit. And again, this goes to the whole owning your shit. Like, and I'm not talking shit about anybody, I'm just, speaking my truth. This is the good thing about investing in yourself and, having your shit is that I don't have to go out and you know, do these episodes. I could do whatever the fuck I want, you know. And I don't say this to talk down on anybody. I say this to motivate everybody, you know. Own your shit, figure it out, and then you can do this whenever the fuck you want. I mean, you know, how many studios or how many places would welcome you in while you have COVID? Zero. None at all. They're gonna be like, get the fuck away. Meanwhile, where's your practicing? You know, where's those deposits that me and Accurate were talking about? Where are those going in? You know, so I'm not thinking about making music during COVID. Not that I was, but I can definitely, you know, put in an episode or two while I have COVID. And like I said, anybody, you know, that's you know, future guest. Oh God, any future guest. Like right now, I'm wearing my mask. You know, we're wearing masks around the house. Everything will be sanitized. You know, I promise you that. Um, and yeah, man. You know, if you guys have any questions, you know, you can reach out to me however you guys usually reach out. And that's it. We'll catch you guys next time.